came home with $15 million in my purse, and my mother told me to pack. I drove 3 hours because I wanted my parents to hear about the lotto from me. I didn't even make it past the kitchen table. The brass dinner bell was on the counter, in the house I had paid for since the bank almost took it. Mom looked up and said, "Pack your things. This room is Megan's now. You're grown. Figure it out." So I did. I walked out with the winning ticket still in my purse. Megan came down the stairs holding my folded sweaters. "Thanks, sis," she whispered. My father stared at the floor. I left through the front door I had kept the bank from locking. In the driveway my phone lit up with the alert I got every month. Payment received. Mortgage. Their mortgage. Paid by me that week. While upstairs, they boxed up my childhood for my sister. The next morning, I claimed the ticket and let my name go public. By noon, Mom was calling in the warm church voice I had wanted for 35 years. "Sweetheart, we saw the news. We are so proud of you." Under it, I heard Megan say, "We just have to get through the weekend. It'll be fine once the house is finalized." Finalized, I run titles for a living. So I pulled the chain on my parents' house. The 2020 refinance was there. My name was there. Then came a quitclaim deed recorded in March of 2024. My parents had transferred their interest to Megan 2 years earlier, while I kept paying. I opened my banking history and counted 6 years. More than $150,000 from my account into a house they had already handed to my sister. Then I found the real trap. A cash-out refinance was in motion for about $120,000, and the closing was set for Monday. They could not close cleanly without me, because their deed only transferred their share. Mine was still in the title. They did not need me loved. They needed my signature. Clear me out, warm me back up, put a pen in my hand, and trust the reliable daughter to say yes. I said nothing. Aunt Lorraine brought a box from the house, and a key to her place on a red string. "There's a room at mine," she said. "There always has been." Then she showed me the screenshot Mom had sent to the family thread, and deleted too late. It was meant for Megan. She'll keep paying. She's got nowhere else to go. I read it while the refrigerator hummed. She was right. I had nowhere I felt I belonged, and she had built a plan on that. Before Sunday, I took everything to a real estate attorney. The deed, the title report, the loan, the cash-out file, 6 years of bank statements. She read it all and said, "Your name is on this property. They cannot close without you." That's not nothing. That's everything. So I packed a manila folder, wrapped Grandma Ruth's bell in a dish towel, and drove 3 hours back. Mom sounded delighted. She heard yes because she had never learned another sound from me. The house was full. Aunts, cousins, church ladies, nearly 20 people smiling at the generous lottery winner. Beside Grandma Ruth's empty chair sat a notary with a stamp. Mom put one hand on my back and steered me straight to him. Then she tapped a fork on her glass. "Tonight, Bridget is giving her sister a fresh start. Aren't you, sweetheart?" She laid the paper down. She laid the pen across it. She made my robbery look like my idea. I did not take out the folder first. I took out the bell and set it beside the paper. Then I opened the folder. "Before anyone signs anything," I said, "everyone should see what they're signing." I slid out the deed, the title report, the bank statements. 6 years, I said. More than $150,000. Into a house you deeded to Megan while you took my money. The notary set down his pen and told my mother, "She is not obligated to sign tonight." The room went quiet when a family story dies in public. I put the screenshot beside the bell and read it like a verdict. "She'll keep paying. She's got nowhere else to go." Mom stood so fast her chair scraped the floor. "You have millions," she shouted. "Your sister has nothing. It should have always been Megan's. You were only ever then." She stopped. Too late. Everyone had heard it. Not a daughter. A payment plan. I gathered the papers back in order. "I'm not signing," I said, "and I'm done paying to belong." Then I picked up the bell and walked out. My lawyers are untangling the equity I'm owed. I bought a small house with morning light in the kitchen. Tonight I rang that brass bell once. Clear and bright. It did not mean come be useful. It did not mean come pay. It meant come. There is a place for you here. My grandmother always saved me a seat. Now I save my own.